Hi everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I wanted to have a very brief video on customizing the VBA editor, the VBE. The simple fact of the matter is if you spend a lot of time like I do doing development in VBA, whether it be Excel, Word, Access, Outlook, doesn't make a difference. The white background can be very aggressive on your eyes after a full day of staring at the screen. What a lot of developers don't know is you can actually control the look and feel of the VBE windows a little bit. Sadly, we can't apply themes like we can elsewhere, but we can still perform certain customizations and improve perhaps our working conditions. Let me demonstrate. It's very simple. If you come under Tools, Options, but go to the second tab, Editor Format. Here you can select different elements that you see within your editor. So let's take the normal text, and you can change the foreground, the background, and then indicator. So you can come, the foreground is like your text, the background, well, you know what the background is, and you can go about and make these changes element by element by element until you've customized it fully to the extent that you're, remotely happy with. So just by changing two values very quickly, I've achieved this. Now, obviously, there is more customization to do. I wouldn't work like this, but I just wanted to demonstrate. Now, this is great, and some of the default colors, let's not kid ourselves here, are lacking. We don't have too many choices. Some of them are very aggressive colors, so this may not be everyone's cup of tea. I came across this GitHub project by reading this article, Coding VBA on the Dark Side, and it brought me to this where there's a tool you can actually download, and it enables you to have your own custom color palettes. So you can get away from maybe some of the more aggressive colors and get maybe something that resembles this a little bit more, which I think is nearing what I want personally as a developer. So I'll have a link for this project and the article as well. It's worth mentioning. But you have options here. You can do it yourself, or you can also download a tool like that. There are others that allow you to perform certain tweaks beyond what's there by default. Lastly, perhaps we want to share our customizations, whether it be with colleagues or maybe we have multiple VMs, things like that, and we want to be able to quickly transfer the color selections and customizations. And I just wanted to mention that these customizations are saved in the registry editor. And if we look at the, specifically we're talking about the colors, well, they're stored in these entries here. So you could copy paste the actual values if you wanted. You could export the entire thing if you wanted, do an export, and then import the reg key into the other computer. Different approaches depending on what scenario you're working with. But when you make a change like we've made here, if you pay attention to these two lines and we press F5 to refresh it, these are the current values. If we come back here and reset them back to what they were, for instance, come back to the registry editor, paying attention to the 4 and the 9, and press F5, you'll see now they've been reset to 0, which is auto. So each one of those colors has a numeric value associated with them, and if you go and change the values, well, then they change here in the registry. That's why I'm saying if you copy paste those values and import them, or the registry key as a whole, well, then you're able to pass along the same settings basically to different machines very easily. So these settings are, as you can see here, under the H key, current user, software, Microsoft, VBA, well, the number version that you have, in my case it's 7.1, and common. And that'll do it for customizing the VBA editor, the VBE. I hope this is perhaps something you weren't aware of and something that maybe you might consider doing. Thanks a lot for spending a couple minutes with me, and we will see you in the next video. If you don't mind, like, share, subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated. Have a great day.